Hello, my name is Normina Arfa, and today we are going to present about Nestle financial ratios. Hi and hello everyone. Today we are going to present about Nestle financial ratios. And before we start our presentation, I will explain to you guys about what is financial ratios and what is Nestle. First, what is financial ratios? Financial ratios is a math tools that we use to analyze a company performance. Either the company have enough profit, is it used the money well, and also we can compare the company performance of this year to the past year, so we can give conclusion that is the company improve or is the company is improving or not. So we can analyze the ratios using the financial statements such as income statement and balance sheet. So next I will explain about what is Nestle, where is it from, and who is founded by. Okay, Nestle is a Switzerland product that started in 1866, and it was founded by the founder that is Henry Nestle. And at first he's just a regular pharmacist. He's just a regular pharmacist who who made a special milk for the babies, and he once saved a baby life because of the special milk. And because of that, the Nestle grew bigger and bigger, and now they are one of the largest company of food and beverage in the world. And they also sells the Nestle also now sells the product to over 100 countries in the world, and now they also have over 280 employees in all over the world. Next, I will go through more about Nestle's Malaysia. Nestle has been around in Malaysia for more than 100 years. At first, it came in 1912, which is in Penang, and later they moved to Kuala Lumpur. And in 1960, the Nestle company create a product named Maggi. And today they listed on the Bursa Malaysia, which is people can buy the shares of the company on the Bursa Malaysia because it's listed on the public is a listed public company. And for you guys information, Nestle is the biggest producer of the halal food in the whole Nestle group. It also helps other countries to follow the halal standard of the food and beverage. Next, I will go through the Nestle vision and mission. Nestle vision is to be the best nutrition, health and wellness company in the world, and their mission is to make life better through food. That's all from me. Thank you. And next, I will pass to the.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Ishadurani binti Andi Effendi, and I'm from Tiba 4A. So, I'm going to explain about the financial ratio of Nestle. There's our four ratio that I'm going to explain. The first one, liquidity ratio. In liquidity ratio, we got current ratio, quick ratio, and net working capital. As we can see, current ratio showing that on 2025, the company has a slightly decrease in current ratio than 2024. On 2024, current ratio of Nestle is 0.55 times, while on 2035 is 0.52 times. However, quick ratio showing a slightly increase in it because in 2034, the quick ratio of Nestle is 0.19 times, while 2035 is 0.20. But net working capital is still staying in the negative. Even though we can see that in here the company liabilities exceed the current asset, but the company revenue is higher than 2034, which is on 2035 the current revenue of Nestle is more higher than 2034, indicates that they have a strong ability for a more long-term credit because Nestle have a strong connection with suppliers where they can take a more long time term credit and also a fast inventory turnover. Next, I'm going to explain about the efficiency ratio. So, efficiency ratio is to measure how efficiently the company generate its revenue using its resources. So, how do we measure it? The first of all, we look at the inventory turnover. Actually, overall, the Nestle have improved its efficiency ratio in 2035. We can look at inventory turnover, showing that it's a decrease in inventory turnover. In 2034, the inventory turnover is 5.22 times, while on 2035, it's 5.31 times. Next, average collection period. Average collection period on 2035 is slightly longer than 2034, but it's still in a short time. In 2034, the collection period is 25.07 days. Meanwhile, on 2035, it's 35.74 days, showing that it's slightly longer, but still a short time collection period, which showing that Nestle have a good credit control. Next, fixed asset turnover and total asset turnover both are increased in 2035. Fixed asset turnover in 2034 is 2.67 times, while in 2035, 3.09 times. Meanwhile, total asset turnover on 2034 is 1.71 times and 2035 is 1.89 times, showing that company is efficient in resources sales. Next, I'm going to explain about the leverage ratio. Nestle actually improved in leverage ratio. We can look we can see that by looking at its debt ratio, debt to equity ratio, and term interest earned. Debt ratio for Nestle decreased in 2035, which on 2034 the debt ratio is 36%, while on 2035 the debt ratio only 26.4%, showing that the company reduced its reliance on borrowing the money. This improvement happened because the company have a strong operating cash flow and can pay back its debts. Next, we can look at the debt to equity ratio. Debt to equity ratio also decreased on 2035. On 2034, it was 240.1%, but on 2035 is 167%. Looking at the debt on 2034 is decreased while the equity is increased in 2035. Other than that, time interest and increase, which is on 2034 is 9.49 times, while on 2035 is 12.56 times. Also showing that the company operating profit went up while interest expenses went down. So showing that now Nestle is more financially stable and less risky. Last but not least, profitability ratio. Profitability ratio, Nestle also showing more improvement, which is Nestle have more profit than 2034 or 2035. Looking that overall, the company of Nestle is doing more better in 2035. So Nestle has made a better profit in 2025. We can see it on the gross profit margin. The gross profit margin increased from 30.28% to 30.35%. Its operating profit margin also increased from 9.78% to 11.06%. It's showing that because the increase in its revenue also one of the reason why the gross profit margin, operating profit margin is increased. Net profit margin also increased from 6.68% to 7.46%. Return on asset and return on equity also both increased. Return on equity on 2034 is 11.39%, which is increased to 14.08% on 2025. While return on equity on 2034 it was 75.91% and on 2035 it 89.03%. It's showing that the company is increasing in its equity and its assets. Other than that, it earns higher return on its sales and on its shareholders also. While on the annual report, it's showing that the revenue is increased by 10.5% to 6.88 billion. Wow. I think this is also driven by a strong domestic demand and good export of Nestle. So now the company also managed to cost well, and this help improve its profit margins. As we can see, Nestle is keep growing and keep improving. So that is the financial ratio of Nestle.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nurlaili binti Muhammad Khalili from DIBA 4A. For my part, I will be discussing about Nestle's. So, what I mean is I will be telling you guys 4 things about Nestle's, which is performance, strength, weakness and potential risk. So, I will start with performance first. Nestle financial performance has improved in 2025 compared to 2024. What I mean by that is the revenue increased from 6.22 billion ringgit to 6.88 billion ringgit, and then the income increased from 515.65 billion ringgit to 513.3 billion ringgit. Next, I will be discuss about Nestle's strength. So, Nestle has recorded higher ROE, ROA, operating profit margin and net profit margin in 2025. Nestle also has generated more profit and managed its costs effectively. Nestle has lower debt ratio and debt to equity ratio, which is they have stronger financial stability. After that, I will talk about Nestle's weakness. So, Nestle has longer average collection period, which is their customer took slightly longer time to pay, and this is may affect their cash flow. Nestle also has low current ratio and quick ratio indicates weak liquidity and negative net working capital show short-term financial pressure. Last but not least, I will be sharing to you guys about Nestle potential risk. So, Nestle has weak liquidity, which is may affect the company's ability to meet short-term financial commitments. Nestle also has strong competition, may affect future sales and profitability. Nestle also have higher imported raw material costs, and it may increase operating expenses and reduce profit margin. That's all for me, and I will pass it to Wardina.
Thank you, Lily. And now I will continue for the next part. Next part, I will present about a conclusion and recommendation. Based on the financial analysis, Nestle Malaysia Berhad is show the better performance in 2025 compared to 2024. And the revenue increased from 6.22 billion to 6.88 billion. While net income also increased from 450.65 billion to 550.03 billion, and it indicating positive business growth. Overall, the company remains the financially stable and profitable. However, improving liquidity is important to ensure the better financial sensibility and support a future growth. And for the recommendation, firstly, is to improve liquidity by increase cash reserve and spending up customer collection. Firstly, make a short-term obligation and more effectively. For the second recommendation is to continue maintain a probability through effective cost control, so the company can sustain strong financial performance. And lastly, Nestle should invest in technology and automation to improve operational efficiency and support a business growth. And for the recommendation, for the first is to improve liquidity by increase cash. And for the recommendation, first is about for the recommendation, first recommendation, and for the recommendation, overall by improve liquidity while maintain a probability and operation efficiency
effect C. Nestle can strengthen the financial position and achieve a sustainable long-term growth. And Nestle can strengthen a financial position. See.